Hello everyone, today we'll be installing an ENB that makes your character look CGI. For starters, you need a more advanced knowledge of PCs. And second, you need to download all the required files in my description. They'll all be provided, don't worry. Third, follow my instructions exactly. Just try your best and enjoy the beauty that is Skyrim, because this looks awesome. So, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so this is the ENB that we're going to be installing. It's called Far Off ENB. It's a really good one. Here's a couple pictures from the actual mod page. It gives this illusion of like shadows around the neck area where their hair is, which would be realistic. So here's just a comparison I did. This is the old one, and this is the ENB, the new ENB. As you can see, they're quite different, and I really do like this new one. Alright, so you're going to need a few things first. First of all, you're going to need the ENB file itself. You can get it from this website. I'll put the link in the description. Make sure you go to the bottom of the page to download it. It is not at the top at all. At the very bottom, there's a mini box with an arrow. Alright, the next, you can just go and download the mod itself, the ENB preset. You can just click on manual. It's going to be the very first one that's there under main files. Just go ahead and download that guy. Next, you're gonna want to grab Enhanced Lights and Effects. This mod it does what it says. It just enhances the lights and effects of Skyrim. And next, you can either get Climates of Tamriel or Pure Weather. I went with Pure Weather. I also have Climates of Tamriel, but I just chose to use this one, and it looks pretty good. So, I mean, this is an example, another one. Alright, so then you're going to want to grab the Nvidia driver. The Nvidia driver is 320.49. I'll put a link for that in the description. This driver has better ambient occlusion. I'm not sure why, it just does. And you're also going to want to grab Nvidia Inspector. Alright, so that looks like it's everything we need. So let's go and install. You're going to want to install either Climates of Tamriel or Pure Weather with, you know, the mod manager makes it easy. And also the Enhanced Lights and Effects. I've already done this, so I'm not going to. It's really simple. I'm Not sure why, but Climate to Tamriel is activated. Oh well. Alright, so starting things off, you're going to want to go to your downloads folder because that's pretty much where everything's going to be except the 2 lighting mods and the weather mod. Everything else is going to be in there. So, you want to head over there and then open up your Skyrim directory folder. I made a shortcut because I hate going there. Manually, it takes like 40 minutes. Alright, so once you're in there, just make sure the TESV executable is there. You're in the right place. You're going to want to go and find the ENB, the original ENB, not the preset that you downloaded. I was having some trouble finding it. I'm using it .254. You're going to have .262, I believe, which is fine. Won't be any problem. You're going to want to use the wrapper version. And then all you need are 2 files. For me, they're on the bottom, but it's the D3 bottom one and the ENB host. Those 2. Just drag them right on over into your main folder. I've already done so, I won't. That's how you do it. Just close out of this. Eventually. Oh, there we go. And then you're going to want to go to the ENB preset that you downloaded. For me, it's right here. I put all my stuff in folders. I'm very, very OCD. I love organizing stuff, so yeah. Gonna want to just put everything in this file all into your main Skyrim folder. So just do a shift all. And then you're done with that. So now we're going to want to open up Skyrim game through Steam so that you get the little window so you can go to your options. Easier way to get there. Make sure you turn anti-aliasing and the filtering off. And then go to advanced and make sure FXAA is off. Once you're done with that, you're all good. Just hit OK and then exit. Can minimize Steam if you want. We're going to start up Skyrim with the SKSE launcher. Takes me a minute to start mine because, you know, I don't know, I have a lot of mods. I have many, many mods. I recommend getting 4K texture packs. That's what I have. They're very performance hungry, however. Alright, so now that you're in the game, you're going to want to just make sure it's working. The first very, very obvious sign is that there will be some text at the top left. It'll display what version of the NB you have and your graphics card, which is kind of cool. And yeah, obviously I can get a new version, but I don't want to because I don't want to. I'm lazy. Alright. So now we can just quit out. And you're going to want to go to this FX file right here and click edit it with either Notepad++ or Notepad. I'm not sure if you can open it with Notepad regular, so get Notepad++. You're going to want to edit the depth of field, the one I have highlighted. You can make it 4 or 3. I believe it's defaulted to 1. It just makes the depth of field much stronger. It makes it look a little bit better for screenshots. That's kind of what this whole setup's for. So you want to go to your documents and go to your game, Skyrim. And then you're going to want to find display, which is right here. It's the third one down. You're going to want to change the first one, the iBlur Deferred Shadow Mask, to 0. This will cause some issues for some people. For me, it wasn't too bad, which is good because that's what the setting has to be. My shadows are really high res. Don't worry about those. Make sure that one's 0. Make sure the gamma is at 1.04. Make sure the tree draw shadows is on 1. Your resolutions, whatever. Make sure your float point render target is set to 1. That's like literally the whole thing. That's how it works. Make sure all the anti-aliasing and stuff is 0. All those, and then you change your tree shadows, all that stuff, put it to 1. I know it's not very specific, but it's on the mod page. Kind of lazy. Alright, then when you're done with that, you can head over to... You're going to want to install your driver, actually. For me, I have the newest Nvidia drivers, so I can use Shadowplay to record this. But right now I'm about to downgrade. It's not really a downgrade, but I'm installing my drivers. For you, just click on the installer that you downloaded, and this will happen after it extracts it. Make sure you extract it. That's how it gets stuck in your C folder, C drive, and then you can run it whenever you want. Like you just open up the Nvidia GeForce Experience, and then you could just update it. And then when you want to downgrade it, you can just go right here and downgrade it. It's very fast. All right, so now that I'm done with that, you're gonna want to go open up Nvidia Inspector. I have mine conveniently located. It'll be in your downloads folder in a zip file, I'm pretty sure. Just extract it to wherever you want. I extracted it to a folder because I'm, again, OCD. You're going to want to run it eventually. Hit yes. Opens up this. You should see under your driver version, it should be the exact driver you downloaded. And then next to it is a little box with a wrench and a screwdriver. You want to click that. It's going to open up another window. Under this window, you want to go up to the top under Profiles and find Skyrim. It's under E for Elder Scrolls Skyrim. Now copy these settings I have exactly. So the very first one, make sure that's set to the Oblivion setting. I know it sounds crazy, it's what the guy, the mod author, the Far guy, it's what he has on his, so just use this. Make sure the SLI is the Skyrim one, make sure the anti-aliasing one is set to that setting. that can be off. User defined for the filtering. Make sure it's on time 16. And this is the most important one, the ambient occlusion set to very high, and then set to enabled, I believe. And now you should be all set. You can just open up Skyrim. And then we have to change all the settings in-game to get it to look right. Alright, here we are. Just continue your game. Load up any save you want. This is my custom backgrounds. That's why you're seeing them. It's a mod. Go check it out, guys. I'll put a link in the description. Alright, so here we are in Skyrim. Little strange. The nights are a little bright. I believe he's going to be making a mod that makes them darker, hopefully. I don't mind it though, because I usually just play during the day anyways. And there we go. Looks fantastic. So now you're just going to press the tilde key so that it freezes the game. Well, not freezes, but it just, you know, stops the game. And then you're going to hit shift and enter. So this box opens up. Now the cursor spinning around is the one that interacts with this. You're going to want to find anti-aliasing in the black box. Scroll down, make sure all of them are enabled. I don't believe you should be able to enable the subpixel. I did that manually. But the Temporal AA for me is what makes the mod work. And make sure that is selected. Now under the effects tab, I keep lenses off sometimes because it's kind of overpowering, but it's your choice. You can turn depth of field on or off if you want as well. The ambient occlusion, leave that off. That's going to be handled by the drivers. And I maxed this thing out, man. So just turn everything else on. Make sure you do not enable time of day. Do not enable time of day. This is what happens if you do. It like makes everything like neon-y. I don't know, it'd be kind of cool for a screenshot, I guess, but that's about it. And then just max everything else out under all the tabs. Reflections on max, rain, samplings, all turned super high. Because I can handle it. My GTX 780 is pretty good. Kind of want to upgrade to a Titan, but money. Alright, so now we're going to turn it off, and this is without the NB. Kind of dark. It is early in the morning. So, I mean, the effect still is there, but it's just not quite as bright. Not as nice. So we're just going to turn it back on. Get a good look. I'm using pure water as well. You can use, I think, real water or realistic water too. I don't think there's a problem with that. Just gonna take a look at some of the scenery. This is the 4K textures doing their work. As you can see, the depth of field is very strong. You can tweak it to whatever you like in that FX file.
No offense, but you're not looking.
I'm looking fine. What are you talking about? So we're just gonna throw the Faith Steel armor on. This armor is very high res. There's a higher res one that I have, It's a knight armor, but this one's really nice too. As you can see, there's a lot of shadow underneath her jaw, which would be realistic because there's no light coming from her armor. Just really, really cool looking. I did have real vision before this, but this was just a little bit better. So now I think I'm posing and stuff. I'll shut up for a moment. So here's some beauty shots. That slow camera. The only problem I'm finding is when you're moving, sometimes your character has like an outline around, it'll be like maybe a few inches away from their body. It happens sometimes. Again, for screenshots, it's not a big issue. I do like playing with this C on B too, so it doesn't bother me. See the nice shadows underneath her arm. Realistic. Just looks fantastic. I'm about to change. Yep. Here I'm showing you the Temporal AA off and on. As you can see with it off, there's like no shadows where there should be shadows. So this EMP is just fantastic. I love it. I can't say enough about it. Kind of at a loss of words. Do that 360. And here's the pretty ranger. Camera work needs a little bit more improvement. But see how there's like a little outline? It doesn't bother me much anymore, but it might bother some. You don't really notice it in first person. Now we're just gonna look at the sign. Take a look at that depth of field action. The fade time's kind of low, like it changes really fast. That might bother some people. Not me though, it's fine. And thanks for watching my video, guys. I'll see you in the next one.